Hi everyone and welcome to a new episode of Day's Podcast along with a new video. I want to thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, viewing, watching, and listening. I truly appreciate it. We will be doing more exclusive episodes on Patreon and Spotify. Please bear with me. As you can see, I try my best to make sure that there's enough free content as possible because I want you guys to know that as we do exclusive, that there will be plenty of free content you guys can look at, okay? All the episodes matter, okay? So we are going to talk about, as far as for this free episode, but yes, be sure to check out Patreon and Spotify and like and subscribe. And if you need to comment about anything as far as who you guys would feel I want to talk about, or who you guys would want me to talk about. Well, first of all, who I want to talk about is whoever I should talk about because everything is mattering. Mattering. Is that a word? Let me just look. Because if it's not, then I made it up. I might as well patent it, right? Mattering is a psychological need to feel valued and contribute to others. It is a word. Okay, so again, read up on your dictionary. You never know. Sometimes you say words and you feel like you don't know whether it's a word, and it is. But anyway, besides the point, that one thing you will learn about this channel, we will learn along with as we read because we need to know. Okay, so yes, we are going to talk about T-Pain today. Yes, we are. So we are going to talk about his debut album, Rappa Ternt Sanga. All right, let's get into it. So Rappa Ternt Sanga is the debut studio album by American singer T-Pain. It was released on December 6, 2005. The title is an I dialect of the phrase rapper turned singer. One of the leftover tracks from the album was titled You and Me, which is the original version of I Can't Wait by Akon. The remix to Studio Love was made featuring Lil Wayne. The remix to Dance Floor was made featuring Pitbull. So the album was recorded from 2004 to 2005, and of course released by the end of 2006. So I truly appreciate. Sorry, sometimes I get tongue-tied. I truly appreciate when you guys value my opinion. I do, because I'm now just thinking about just all of the episodes I've been able to do so far, and Day's podcast has been a thing for almost 2 years now. Not to just kind of just randomly not get off topic, but just so you guys are aware. But yes, as far as for T-Pain, he's been in the game for over 20 years now, so it's just this debut album was really letting people know like he is here and you guys will know who he is, just among other artists that with their debut albums, like this is their rawest. This is where it's just like, get into me because from here on out, I'm gonna have my eras. I'm gonna go through some changes, and if you're a fan of me, you're gonna rock with me, and hey, in this channel, we are unbiased. We talk about everything, regardless of whatever is going on. We talk about it all. Okay, so yes, critical reception. Someone from AllMusic stated that had there been limited use of studio tricks and more guidance, Rappa Ternt Sanga would have been a more than respectable debut. Okay, well, you know what? Let me just see, and you guys know when it comes to reviews, I don't always agree because it's just like, sometimes people be a little far-fetched, but then at the same time, when we listen to albums, we do try to see where the artist is going, what their journey and where their journey is going to be. Yeah, so Rappa Ternt Sanga debuted at number 40 on the US Billboard 200 chart, selling 47,000 copies in the first week. In its second week, the album fell to number 94 on the chart. All right, so here's, you guys know my honesty. So this is the thing. when an album falls, or even a song falls, and especially at a time, because this is December, this is going towards Christmas, so imagine all the Christmas songs and all the albums that may have been anticipated that are just randomly coming out, or may have came out already that people are just now getting into in the midst of being like, it's Christmas time. So, because Thanksgiving's over at this point, we're going into Christmas, okay, and Kwanzaa and everything like that. So yeah, over the following weeks, the album eventually climbed to its peak at number 33 on the charts. So then again, it did climb. So this is the thing about debuts. Like I said, if you're in the top 20, I'm chilling with y'all, because it's like, all right, you there. Like, people can recognize you, and people don't always talk about that. And I'm glad I'm the channel and the podcast and the person to do that, because it's very important. Like, people don't always understand, like, if you're even recognized, like, that's still a stepping stone, because it's like you can still achieve, you can still keep moving. And of course, if you're with your own imprint and doing your own thing, that's your own destiny, you know what I mean? As far as when it comes to working with a label and stuff, they kind of tie in with all the the videos and everything like that, so it's kind of more complicated on that standpoint. But okay, on March 9th, okay, which is soon, okay, because see, March 9th, 2006, the album was certified gold for shipments of over 500,000 copies in the United States. So it did go gold by March, okay. The album spawned 2 top 10 singles on the US Billboard Hot 100 with I'm Sprung and I'm in Love with a Stripper, which peaked at number 8 and number 5 respectively. So he had 2 top 10 hits. And so that's another thing, which I always try to cover before I even continue with that. Those 2 hits as a whole. I'm Sprung released August 16th, 2005. So I'm Sprung came out in the midst of people being like, wait, is there an album coming? And so I'm in Love with a Stripper came out December 13th, 2005. So in the midst of the album coming out, you have I'm in Love with a Stripper being, a single and a possible video coming, so there was a sense that, there was promotion. However, excuse me, as far as with an album, you can have songs that people will just be like, oh my God, I love this song. I love this song. I love this song. And that's great. But in recent events, and even in the past, you do see and look back and research and realize, like, a body of work is more rewarding and favorable to be liked and appreciated over time. Because over time, yes, you can love a song and be like, yes, this song is playing. But then when you have an album where someone is literally taking in, not even just the moment of where that artist is, but just the era and who they are, that's as telling as it should be. So yes, let's get into the track list. So track 1 is Rappa Ternt Sanga intro. Track 2 is I'm Sprung. Track 3, I'm in Love with a Stripper featuring Mike Jones. Track 4, Studio Love. Track 5, You Got Me featuring Akon. What people have been able to understand, and what I've already have understood, is that T-Pain can sing. And auto-tune is just, just like with any type of synthesizer, any type of effect, is just in a way of making something be more abstract and more, percussion is real, like, making it more, where you can hear it. But not to say that you just can't put out raw vocals just fine and people don't appreciate that, because there's people who do that too, okay? But besides the point, by the time you get to track 6, you're like, okay, this guy really not just raps, but he sings too, and that's the point of the title. So track 6 is Let's Get It On. Track 7, Como Estás featuring Tano. Track 8 is Have It interlude. Track 9, Fly Away. Track 10, Going Through a Lot featuring Bone Crusher. Track 11 is Say It. Track 12, Dance Floor featuring Tay Dizzum. Track 13, You're Not the Same featuring Akon. Track 14, My Place. Track 15, Blow Your Mind. Track 16, Ridge Road. Track 17, I'm High, okay, featuring Styles P. And track 18, I'm Sprung 2 featuring Trick Daddy and Young Bloods. And then track 19, Real Good Music. There was an Australian version with track 20 being I'm Sprung, the UK remix featuring Dizzy Rascal, and then track 21, that is I'm in Love with a Stripper 2, the remix featuring R. Kelly, Pimp C, Too Short, MJG, Twista, and Paul Wall. Now that is for the Australian version, okay? As opposed to additional remixes, Dance Floor remix featuring Pitbull. That's track 22. And that was for Australia. Okay, so like I've said with previous artists, where if they're selling certain things overseas, especially in the 2000s, sad to say, it's getting downloaded and people are, in as far as with, critical reception here and the reviews, it's saying that the album wasn't doing as good. And of course, with chart placement, with me, if you're in the top 40, you're recognized. So for him to be at 40, it's like, okay, you know what? No, we know T-Pain, period. Okay? So anything after 40, it's like, all right, they're trying to get to know you, you're there, you're going to keep pushing, whatever keeps me be. But if you're in that top 40 and it climbs, and which it did, which it went to 33, it's like, okay, they're really getting to know T-Pain. They really like the I'm Sprung song, which they did. It went, in the top 10 as opposed to I'm in Love with a Stripper as well. So it's just that sequence with his debut. Everyone is different. But yeah, guys, as far as with Billboard, again, he, his peak was 33 with the U.S. Billboard 200. U.S. top R&B hip-hop albums, he went number 8. So that means that the U.S. R&B hip-hop, they were loving it, top 10. But, the public, like the whole U.S., like, they were like, all right, we like, he's cool, the dreads, and, he's dancing and rapping and singing, and, But as far as for the year-end charts, there's the U.S. Billboard 200 where he was 118. And then U.S. top R&B hip-hop albums Billboard where he's number 39. So he was still charting in either chart. Like I said, as long as you're charting, there is a sense that at the end of the year, you are being recognized to where it's like, okay, so what are you going to do now? The higher, the better. That's what I see. So, yes, it did go gold. And, of course, you guys can stream and enjoy the album, if anything. I thank you guys for watching. No. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll be back with more.